Are you a new brow tech looking to level up your skills? Or maybe you've been in the beauty industry for a while, but you still feel like your results don't quite measure up to the brow artists you admire. Well, my up-to-date, bespoke, online brow masterclasses are exactly what you need. With over 10 years of brow experience in the industry, my proven techniques and real client demonstrations, these brow masterclasses are all about giving you the confidence to create flawless, long-lasting results every time. But more than that, I want to help you ditch that feeling of anxiety when a new client sits in your chair wondering if you will get it right. Learn at your own pace from anywhere and get instant access to my tried and tested tips that most pros won't share. I'll walk you through everything from brow lamination timings for all different hair types to brow mapping for perfect symmetry, plus my favourite waxing methods for getting clean, precise results every time. You'll learn how to mix your tints the right way and discover the best products and brand combos to get the best results possible. This isn't just another generic brow masterclass, it's the brow education I wish I had when I started out. So let me help you build real confidence and completely transform your brow game and business. I'll see you in there. Today I've got the absolute gorgeous Olivia in the studio for a brow spa treatment. Olivia wants to keep her brows soft and natural and keep the fullness throughout. So let's create something a little bit special on these phenomenal brows. So first up, I'm going to use my Caudalie Vino Perfect Micro Peel Foam and cleanse the whole area of the brow. Believe it or not, Olivia actually doesn't do anything to her brows. She just tweezes those hairs that come below her shape. And honestly, I am so here for that. Those for me are the best types of brows. I also want to show you how a treatment like this is one of my favourites. So I'm not going to create something crazy different. I'm not going to thread or wax all those stray hairs away and take her natural shape away. But what I am going to do is add a little definition using my skills over the last 10 years specialising in brows and give her something that she's never going to want to live without. So after I thoroughly cleanse with the cleansing foam, I'm now going to go in with my Dior micellar water and just cleanse around the brow area. And this time I'm going to cleanse around the eye as well. And this is so I can apply my eye products without a barrier of makeup or oil. So I'm using my Saint and Serenity under eye gel patches for today. This is going to hydrate and nourish those eyes during the brow treatment. So although I don't want to make these brows too dark, I am still applying a little bit of tint throughout the brows, and I'm using my lightest shade of brown. This is going to give the brows a little bit of gloss and just make them look more shiny. And it's also going to help pick up those little fine hairs and give me a little bit more hair to work with. On brows that are a little bit more thicker, I always like to brush the product through just to make sure it's saturated each individual hair. So I didn't want to leave the tint on for too long, as we only wanted to add a teeny bit of gloss and density to the brows. So I'm removing this using a damp cotton pad. Also, baby girls, I have been seeing more and more brow transplants on my feed and socials recently. And I just wanted to know how many people would have this treatment, maybe if it was more affordable. The thought of having hairs inserted from my head into my brows literally gives me shivers, and I don't think or could ever want to do this. But that's maybe because I have a full forehead of brow hairs. Maybe if I lost my brows or I didn't have much to begin with, it might be something I would consider, I'm not sure. but let me know if you guys would or if it gives you the heebie-jeebies. So back to these sensational brows. So I've just mapped in my guide for my template of where I would like to remove the brow hairs, and I'm using a little bit of barrier to keep the skin safe and healthy during the waxing process. And to keep these brows as natural as possible, I'm only going to wax underneath the brows and in the middle, and the tops of the brows I'm actually going to thread and tweeze so it keeps them more softer and more natural. So now I'm just using a little bit of Comfort Me by HD Brows, and this is going to soothe the brows as well as taking away all that sticky wax residue. So now I'm trying out the Buff Brows Luxe Kiwi Aftercare mask. So this mask is going to calm and soothe the skin post waxing or hair removal, and it adds that extra touch of luxury to your brow spa treatment. If you're nervous about using a setting mask, I would definitely practice on yourself first to get the hang of how to apply and how thick you need the products. So now it's time for my extra spa touches. Whilst the mask sits and sets for 15 minutes, I'm going to perform an eye massage, first starting with my Brow Spa Gold Eye Rollers. Also, baby girls, I just want to apologise for the MIA recently. Life has felt pretty hectic at the moment, and I know I say this a lot and people in the industry will understand, but at times running your own business, keeping up with social media and trying to keep current and the best at what you do can be draining, not to mention how it can impact your body. My back and hands has always been an area I struggle with, working hunched over every day and using them, and I felt like I just needed a little bit of time off social media to rejuvenate and feel refreshed. So your baby girl is now back feeling brand new. So the under eyes now feel hydrated and nourished, and now I'm going to remove the setting mask. This was so satisfying to remove, and you can clearly see how much calmer and less aggravated the skin looks. So now I'm using my silk drops to nourish the hairs deeper and give the skin some more soothing whilst I include the brow massage. Now this is one massage that is seriously underrated. We hold so much tension and stress in and around our brows. So by releasing and relaxing these muscles, it feels like you've had a full day in the spa. Not to mention, working on these muscles help tone and firm the eye area to give you that little lift we all want. So if you can't remember, these are what the brows looked like before. And just look what I've created. Thicker, fuller and more natural looking brow. These brows are literally my dream. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!